All right, we've got a black flag on the course. The GP is going back on into the pits.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Took a side trip there, and yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sounds like they've got some issues that they're going to have to
well,
address if they're going
and
to be ready to go to Bay Fair next month. But that's why we test.
yeah, exactly. It's a whole lot cheaper to do it here than it is to drive to San Diego and find out, oops, we have a problem.
Exactly.
We've done that stuff before. Did that with Pierce the first year when we came back to GP racing and spent every night that we were down there rebuilding engines till 1:30, 3:30 in the morning, and getting back up at 5:30 to go clean up and go back to the racetrack. But
hey, but that's how we do it.
Yeah,
we're boat racers. You work all night and then you play during the day. You can catch on sleep when you're dead.
all right. When we find out, we will let you know what's going on. Right now, we don't have a decision. GP is back in the pits. Obviously, something wasn't quite right because the boat went into the infield and then veered back out inside the entrance pin to turn one. And that's definitely not a good sign. If you can't get the boat to go straight, then you got any number of issues. It does have steering because it won't turn right if it doesn't. Uh, so, well, it could, but the reasons are not good there. Uh, the wind is definitely an issue. Comes up, it goes down, it comes up, it goes down. Still got plenty of white caps and rollers out there, as you even saw with the GP when it came out of turn two there. How rough it was starting down the front chute, and turn one is looks like an ocean to an extent. So we're just waiting to hear official word. Again, thank you to everybody here this weekend. Thanks to everybody that's had a part in this, whether you're a racer, a crew, an owner, driver, uh, spectators, all of our sponsors, the city of Pateros, our rescue people, our EMTs that are here. Everybody's had a huge part in this. Our scorers, registration, referees, race directors, uh, the whole circus came to town this weekend. And I say that tongue in cheek, but there's a whole lot of different people wearing a lot of different hats. And as we say that, then I hear breeze in the awning above us and feel the breeze hit us again. So it's going to be like that this afternoon. They're not calling for it to start subsiding until 6. Uh, that is frustrating, but that is the nature of weather here on the east side of the Cascades, central Washington, north central Washington to be a little more specific. Got to be one of the most beautiful places you could hope to come and visit. As we saw in chapel this morning, sitting and looking out at the lake for some, others not. Randy Christensen with a good message for the day and something to take with you as you go about your week. Uh, to some great food at lunch today. Paula and Steve Andrew did yeoman's work. They always do with the food. Uh, I think I'm going to ask to be adopted. Uh, and just remember, Steve, Paula still likes me. Uh, she doesn't always like you. Oh, that's bad. No, she's a wonderful cook, wonderful lady. They're a great couple, and really glad to call them friends. And we're former partners in the boat, and now my son has that pleasure. And we've been harassing him all day on the text messages. He was saying how he wished he was here, and I said, "Hey, it was only 2.5 hours away." Uh, but other things kept him back on the west side of the pass. So he will be back with us in Brewster, and hopefully we're going to bring a few more vintage boats there. we won't have Paul Kiwi Russell with the E3 Bobby Ray there, but Paul will be there. We should have the copycat back. It left my shop on Friday, and hopefully Jerry has the runners back on now, the drain plug back in it. That needed to be done, but we needed to let things set up before that happened. And then test the sponsons to make sure that we're not putting water in and having it leak out. And a little bit would be okay, but anything more than a drip or two is not acceptable. And so hopefully they're there. Maybe some others will show up. Uh, we get some of our competition boats back because we've had a number of them that are having issues right now. Talked with Monkey Jason Ellard earlier, and he is going to be there. Then I think, if I remember right, he said they were going to Cambridge to run on the East Coast, and then coming back here to race in Manson to finish out the season. Uh, and
They are going current. They are currently the number one boat for National High Point.
Yep.
So that's why they are traveling from site to site at this point, so
Right.
that they can continue to acquire points and hope that they win that number one designator again
which also puts Mike
in
J.
the hall
Michael
in the
in
Hall
the
of
hall.
Champions.
And that's one of the things when you start into this, and we had uh, one of those unusual years last year with the 99, the 350 of Bryce Todd. Bryce was a rookie. Bryce ran and ran and ran. He wasn't the fastest guy, but he was consistent. And when the fast guys broke, he finished. Uh, he won High Point for the region. He won High Point for the nation in E350. Yes, and number one fan is cheering right now. Thank you, Summer. Uh, but it shows you what you can achieve. I mean, he's a young kid, and I don't mean that as an insult. He is a very young man. Uh, it didn't have a lot of big money backing or anything like some teams do, uh, but he persevered, got through, and they learned a lot. They made changes, and now they're working to improve again. So got got lots of stuff going on, and I'm overhearing conversations that are distracting a little bit, but hopefully Jill's picking up on some of that, and not listening to me. But I don't know why you guys aren't doing the parade wave. Thank you. Brandon's always good.